Right, good morning to everyone. Let's start today's session. So this is the first session of .NET. In this session, I'm going to discuss about what is .NET and why .NET. So what subjects I'm going to cover in .NET framework with the latest version I'm going to discuss, and also introduction to .NET I'll cover in this session. So first of all, before going to start, and I would like to tell you what subjects I'm going to cover in these sessions. So this is .NET package session completely. In this, I'm going to cover C Sharp .NET. C Sharp .NET is a programming language completely. Next, ASP.NET. It is completely server-side technology or web technology, we can say. This is ASP.NET Active Server Page, which is for web development purpose. And next, SQL Server. This is completely database side. Database design purpose, we use SQL Server. And even we can use other database like Oracle, MySQL, SQL3, other database. Okay, so it's possible. Other database also is possible. Just wait a minute. Yes, C Sharp.NET, ASP.NET, SQL Server, along with ADO.NET. ADO.NET. So ADO.NET is a communication interface from C Sharp with ASP to SQL Server. Because in general, in reality, so we have to communicate from front-end application to back-end application. So what is front-end application and what is back-end application also I will tell you. So these things I'm going to cover in our .NET package. So what is C Sharp.NET here? C Sharp.NET is a programming language. C Sharp.NET is a programming language which is used to write logic part or coding part for application development. Okay, for application development. C Sharp.NET is a programming language which is used to write logic part for application development. And what is ASP.NET here? ASP.NET stands for Active Server Page. ASP.NET stands for Active Server Page. ASP.NET is not a programming language, it is a web technology, or we can call it as server-side technology. Server-side technology, we can say that. So using ASP.NET, we can only design the web pages or websites. Yes, we can design web pages or websites, but only designing of web pages not required. And for that design, we have to write some logic part. To write logic part of your web designing and web pages, behind the scenes, you have to write logic part that is using C Sharp.NET only. And SQL Server is nothing but it is a database creation. Database creation or database storage purpose, we use SQL Server software. SQL Server is database design purpose or database creation. This is called as storage area, we can say that. Storage area, where we can store our customer data or end user information. That place is called database. Database design in general we can do with SQL Server. SQL Server, structured query language. And in our session, I'll teach you complete SQL Server. Not only basics of SQL Server, complete SQL Server I'll teach. So ASP.NET complete, C Sharp.NET complete. And ADO.NET it stands for ActiveX Data Object. ADO.NET stands for ActiveX Data Object here. So it is a native driver here. This is a native driver software. This native driver software, which can be used for communicating from front-end application to back-end application. So in this .NET package, I'm going to cover all these things. C Sharp, ASP.NET, SQL Server, ADO.NET to complete all these subjects. So duration is 2.5 months. Compulsory, it's required. And everyday session timing is same 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And every day session is going to be recorded. Same recording video I'll send to your Google Drive along with soft copy of material. So first, let me show you one simple diagram. So why C Sharp and what is ASP.NET, why it is required. So let us consider this diagram. Okay, let us consider this diagram here. So here, this we can call it as front end. This we can call it as front end. So this is user interface I'm saying. This is normal user interface I'm saying. This is user interface. User interface means where user can interact. That is user interface, we can say that. So look at here, suppose I'm taking user name here, password. Okay. So this is user interface I'm preparing. Generally, this user interface I'm doing with ASP.NET. ASP.NET is for what purpose I said? Designing purpose. This is user interface. Okay. And here I'm giving some button control here. Just button control. This is login button, you can say that. Login button control. Okay, login button. So this design I'm going to do with this ASP.NET. Now you can see ASP.NET through only I'm doing this design. Designing purpose only ASP.NET. But I'm saying that in reality, only designing is not enough. So along with the design, behind the scenes, this design code you have to write. So how to write this design code? Under this login button, you have to write the code, logic code you have to write. So under this login button, what logic code you have to write? C Sharp.NET logic code you have to write. For logic purpose, we need to write a programming language code. But what language is there here? C Sharp.NET is there. But only C Sharp.NET is there in .NET? No. There are plenty of languages are there, like C Sharp.NET, VB.NET, J Sharp.NET, F Sharp.NET. Are the almost around 60 plus languages .NET framework will support. That means as a programmer, you can choose any language in that 60. So .NET framework will support. You can develop any applications using .NET framework. But here I'm choosing C Sharp.NET because C Sharp.NET is most powerful programming language. So most of the cases in reality, C Sharp.NET is recommended to develop .NET based applications. So that's what learning C Sharp.NET is quite enough, not other languages. But .NET literally supports, .NET framework supports plenty of languages, around 60 languages it will support. I will list out that languages also, just wait. So ASP.NET is only for design. This is active server page, like HTML. Yes, but behind the scenes, whenever we design ASP.NET web page, HTML elements will be created automatically. Head section, HTML tag, body section, paragraph. So all tags will be created automatically. In case if your design is not satisfied, if you want to do more customization, then you can add some HTML tags by your own customization tags. That is your wish. So designing is very simple. Just drag and drop options are there here in ASP.NET. ASP.NET is for design, but only design is not enough, I'm saying. So here in this login button, you have to write logic part. Logic part generally how to write using any programming language, C Sharp.NET. C Sharp.NET is for logic code purpose only. So observe here, C Sharp with ASP.NET. This combination, we can call it as front-end application. Front-end application means what? The application where end user can interact. So generally, we are all end users. Our clients are customers. If you want to access any website, first we have to visit that website or not. That is front-end application. That front-end application we have to visit. But whenever I am entering username and password while interacting with this front-end application, ASP.NET web page with C Sharp.NET backend logic code for this front-end. Okay. So as soon as when we click on login button, it has to connect with what? Database only. Yes, undoubtedly. Because at the time of registration, I just given username and password. That details were stored in database. Okay, database. But here in this login, as soon as when we hit the button login button, it should go to database and there it has to check what username and password is correct or not. Where it has to check in database side only. So database designing purpose, what I recommend SQL Server. I recommend SQL Server here. Okay, SQL Server is a recommendation. Database servers. This is database purpose. Design, database design or database creation. And as soon as when we hit the login button, this username and password will check cross-verified in the database list. If username and password is correct, then you can able to get the authentication. So authenticated users obviously can able to access your website. If username and password is wrong, then you will be unauthenticated person. So you cannot able to log in successfully. But this is database design, how we can do using SQL Server. Why SQL Server is required here? Why not other database like Oracle, MySQL, other database, MongoDB or something? Yes, not a problem. You can use any other database. .NET will support any kind of database, not only SQL Server. But specifically, why I'm saying SQL Server, it is a product of Microsoft actually. Obviously, most of the cases in real-time applications, whatever the .NET applications are running, then they'll recommend to use SQL Server database for storage because more convenient, more compatibility purpose. Because our complete .NET framework belongs to Microsoft only. Yes, .NET is the product of Microsoft completely. In that .NET, I'm going to teach you C# .NET 1 programming language. ASP.NET is one web technology. This is for design and SQL Server for database design. ADO.NET is a communication interface like native driver. Now observe this diagram here, front-end application this is, and this we can say back-end application. SQL Server is the main back-end application. But observe here, C# .NET also is a backend programming language, backend logic. For what backend it is? ASP.NET web page backend is C#. This is backend generally. Backend for this ASP.NET web page. But in general, real backend application is database only. Behind the scenes, it can be store the data. We can retrieve the data from here only. So this is backend application, backend application, backend application like. And front-end application and back-end application. Front-end application is ASP.NET with C#. Back-end application is SQL Server database. So to communicate this front-end and back-end, yes, generally we used to send request to the server and we will get response from the server. Request and response can be transferred. But direct is not possible. So with the help of ADO.NET is possible. So that's what here ADO.NET is act as a mediator. So middleware, or else we can say ActiveX data object, we can say that ADO.NET, we can say. What is this? ADO.NET, ActiveX data object. It is a native driver software. So here request will goes to first native driver, ADO.NET, and this ADO.NET will send request to backend. And response also similarly, backend application will give response to ADO.NET, and this response ADO.NET will give response to front-end application. So this is completely scenario overview of our .NET package. Okay, I'm going to teach you complete .NET package here. Time duration is 2.5 months compulsory required. In this 2.5 months, I will teach you complete C# .NET programming language. This is completely object oriented, functional oriented, everything will cover. And ASP.NET, it is active server page. It's a web technology. And strictly remember, ASP.NET is not a programming language. It is a web technology or server-side technology. Generally, web technology means you can say UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But is that mandatory to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, other things in ASP.NET? I can say if you have a basic idea, that's quite enough. Even we will not going to involve in writing JavaScript, CSS styling. Why? Because the reason is what? ASP.NET itself, it will provide all HTML tags, all CSS styling by default whenever we drag and drop. But manually, if you want to write your own styles, manually, if you want to write your own HTML elements, then you should have the idea about UI technologies. But I'm saying that not required for learning .NET because by default, whenever you prepare design of ASP.NET, automatically that tags will be generated. I will show you whenever I start ASP.NET. And SQL Server is for database design. ADO.NET is for communication interface. It stands for Active Text Database Object. So these four subjects I'm going to cover in our .NET Basic package. And the scenario is first, every week, 4 days, I'm going to cover C Sharp.NET from Monday to Thursday. And every weekends like Friday and Saturday, SQL Server sessions are going to be conducted. So this is the scenario. C Sharp with SQL parallelly, I'm going to conduct the sessions. Once I complete this C Sharp with SQL Server, then immediately we'll start with ASP.NET. ASP.NET is separately, because without knowing C Sharp.NET knowledge, you cannot go for ASP.NET. But without knowledge of C Sharp.NET and ASP.NET, easily we can go to SQL Server because it's completely different. It's completely backend. So I'm going to deal with always database only. So there is no what we can say prerequisite for SQL Server. But ASP.NET prerequisite is C Sharp.NET compulsory. C Sharp.NET is required compulsory. C Sharp.NET, if you know, then only we'll go for ASP.NET. So C Sharp.NET SQL Server, I'm going to parallelly conduct the sessions after completion of this ASP.NET. But what about ADO.NET? ADO.NET will come in the middle of C Sharp.NET while interacting with the database, how to connect, how to send the data from front-end application to back-end application, and how to retrieve the data from database. Okay, how to update the data. All these operations we can do with ADO.NET only here. So this is just for understanding purpose. So what subjects are there in .NET? .NET is not only one thing, it's a combination of things. Like as I said, programming languages are there, web technologies, servers, SQL Server is required, ADO.NET, native driver is required, and different services also there. Okay, so this is the package course. So in this package, I'm going to cover all these things. Okay, next. And next I'm taking, coming to the introduction to .NET. So completely .NET is the product of Microsoft actually. .NET is the product of Microsoft. Microsoft. There is no author of .NET because it's a teamwork of Microsoft completely. And .NET announced by Bill Gates in the year of 2000. The first version of .NET was released in the year of 2002. So .NET Framework version. Okay. But here .NET Framework is there, .NET Core is there. I'm going to cover .NET Core and as well as .NET Framework. Both applications I'll show you. Only the difference is .NET Framework means which can be able to run on platform dependent nature. When we go for .NET Framework option, you can able to run your applications on Windows platform. Okay, so if you go through .NET Core, there is an option clearly .NET Core template is there. So .NET Core, when we choose, then it can be able to, your application can able to run on multiple platforms like platform independent. You can able to run on Mac OS, Linux, okay, Unix, and other operating systems also. I'll show you while starting programming part. I will show you clearly what options you need to select with the .NET Core as well as .NET Framework. But both scenarios I'm going to tell you clearly. Okay, yes. And .NET stands for Network Enabled Technology. .NET stands for Network Enabled Technology. But according to Microsoft, there was no abbreviation for .NET. Only the programmers we can consider this is a network enabled technology because most of the applications which will run over the net using .NET platform. That's what they can say network enabled technology. But officially there was no abbreviation for .NET. Okay, and here next in why .NET? Generally .NET is used to develop an application, but .NET is what actually? It's a framework. It's not a complete technology. It is a framework. We can say that .NET is a framework tool. .NET is what actually? Framework tool. We can say that framework tool which supports which supports which supports around around 60 plus programming languages. It supports around 60 plus programming languages, we can say that. In this 60 plus programming language, almost 9 programming languages are designed by Microsoft itself. Like Microsoft only will provide support for that 9 programming languages. And remaining programming languages are designed by non-Microsoft, means other companies. So I'm going to list out here main 9 programming languages of .NET Framework, which supports mainly, which supports will come from Microsoft itself. That is C Sharp.NET, VB.NET, J Sharp.NET, J Sharp.NET, F Sharp.NET, F Sharp.NET. Then next C++.NET, C++.NET, JScript.NET, JScript.NET, and Windows PowerShell, Windows PowerShell, Windows PowerShell. Then next, I run Ruby, I run Python. These are all .NET Framework languages, which will literally support .NET Framework from Microsoft only. These are designed by Microsoft completely. Okay, yes. So using .NET Framework, we can do with these languages. But most, I'm going to teach you completely C Sharp.NET only, not of any other languages. But I will not recommend you also to learn any of one of these all languages. Only you can just focus on C Sharp. That's quite enough to become a .NET developer, no doubt at all. But remaining all languages are developed by non-Microsoft. Okay. So C Sharp.NET is the most important and powerful programming language. In real time, most of the .NET applications are designed and implemented logic part completely using C Sharp.NET. It's completely object oriented and case sensitive and high level programming language and completely compiler based programming language. It is C Sharp.NET. In C Sharp.NET, I will cover complete basic fundamentals and all things like object oriented, exception handling, okay, even collection types, and also we can go for delegates, generics, okay, sealed class, partial class, inheritance, abstraction. Many things I will cover in C Sharp.NET. It's a powerful programming language. It's equal to Java, I can say that. Even some concepts are there literally. I noticed that some which are not supported by Java and even C Sharp.NET will support. I will disclose in our class in coming sessions, which is not going to supported by Java, where we can achieve it clearly with C Sharp.NET. I can say it's powerful language and case sensitive language. And most important thing is most of the students will ask, is that any prerequisite programming language before going to continue with C Sharp? I can say no. Why? Because I'll cover all basic things in C Sharp.NET itself only almost. Whatever the logic things like control statements, operators, some data types commonly used in C++ like that. Here only I'm going to cover. So no need to have awareness of C++ basics completely. If you have already C++ basic, that's good enough. And even if you don't have any knowledge also, you need not to worry much more because I'm going to cover from scratch. Okay, basics to high-end applications, we will go through this C Sharp.NET. No need to worry about that. Start learning from C Sharp.NET itself so that you can understand and you will become a good developer also. No issues at all. And this is .NET is a framework tool. Okay, .NET is a framework. Framework means what actually generally? So Microsoft is giving a proper framework. Already they have lot of built-in libraries. Okay, so they are implemented built-in libraries with framework version to version, different libraries they have included. And as a programmer, as a developer, like .NET developer, what we need to do, you have to install the .NET framework software in our computer, and whatever the support, whatever the libraries, built-in libraries will come from Microsoft, and you have to understand that, you have to know how to use it into your application and start development of your logic only. So your contribution will be less here, okay? Because Microsoft itself, they are providing lot of framework libraries for developers. Because imagine that there is no framework libraries, and you have to write from the scratch completely. Your libraries also have to write, and your basic code also have to write, and you have to use that code into further usage also. But here, what is happening? Maximum code will come from .NET framework itself in the form of libraries. Only as a developer, you must and should aware how to use that libraries. Okay, that is perfect. So here our contribution is minimum. Okay, maximum contribution is coming from .NET Microsoft only, but minimum contribution you should give from your end. But to give minimum contribution, you have to understand that framework libraries completely, how to use it and where to use it. That is what you are going to learn .NET here. Okay, and compared to other existing languages, but I'm not going to compare with other existing languages. Literally, I can compare with the Java. Compared to Java, obviously .NET will be very handy and very easily you can understand. And because maximum we can get the library format only, built-in libraries are there. That libraries you have to import and you have to write little bit code and you have to execute your code. That's enough. But here the thing is when .NET Framework libraries will be available. So I have to download and install .NET Framework software. But what software is required? Whenever you download and install .NET Framework software, you will get plenty of libraries. Using that libraries, we can develop applications. .NET Framework is a collection of class libraries. We can say that. What is .NET Framework here? .NET Framework is .NET Framework is a collection of class libraries. Class libraries, we can say that. Class libraries means what? Collection of predefined classes. That collection of predefined classes will have predefined methods. Okay, methods will have predefined variables also. So same kind of scenario. And user defined will be there and predefined will be there. Predefined means you are not going to design and develop. Microsoft is going to give that you have to utilize it. And user defined means you can prepare your own libraries. Yes, I will show you in our session how to prepare our own libraries like DLL files, how to create, how to use the DLL files into other applications. Also, I will cover completely. .NET Framework is a collection of class libraries, and .NET Framework software is a free. Okay, it's completely open source. .NET Framework software is a free. You can able to download from official website www.microsoft.com. And what software is required here? Okay, what software and which version of .NET Framework I'm going to use? So only .NET Framework is quite enough to develop logic? No. So we need editor tool is required compulsory. What editor tool is required? Editor tool or editor software? Editor software. What software? What editor software is required? Yes, Microsoft is providing Visual Studio software here. Visual Studio. Visual Studio is also called as ID Integrated Development Environment. But Visual Studio also free, but only community version is free. Free for students and open source contributors or faculty members that are going to be provided, but free Visual Studio IDE. So I strongly recommend to download latest version of Visual Studio, that is 2019. To download this Visual Studio, generally Visual Studios means IDE. It's a platform where we can write .NET code and where we can compile .NET code, where we can execute our .NET code. That is a platform. So every programmer need one software or one platform where they can able to write code, they can able to execute the code. Suppose C programmers will have Turbo C, they can able to write even Notepad also, they can able to write even Notepad++, Sublime Editor or code block software or C++ program. And Java programmers, how they'll use like Edit Plus, Eclipse, NetBeans, MyEclipse, Python programmers, how they will use Python editor, Python IDLE, okay, Jupyter, Spider. So many editors tools are there. No? So far there. Then same similarly, .NET developers should use Visual Studio software. Even we can write our .NET code using Notepad also, and we can able to execute through command prompt. That also I'll show. But most of the cases, Visual Studio strongly recommend because more convenient way you can able to write .NET code using Visual Studio platform. And to, yes, only Visual Studio is not enough. Compulsory .NET framework is required. But actually, you need not to download, install .NET framework separately until and unless you have a separate .NET framework version you want to use in your applications. Then we can go for separately .NET framework download and install. But when we go for Visual Studio latest version, along with Visual Studio Editor, .NET Framework also will come inbuilt. So no need to install separately .NET Framework version. So Visual Studio installation is quite enough. So how to do that? So let's go to Visual Studio. Simply go to Google and simply type download Visual Studio here. Download Visual Studio 2019. This is the latest. And now you can see there is a first link, visualstudio.microsoft.com. So click on this and you will be able to find here three options here. Okay, Visual Studio 2022 release candidate. This is available here. It's not full-fledged version, I think so. We will try with this also here. Okay, yes. But look at here, 2019 is there. 2019. This is Visual Studio Just give me 1 second. Yes. Visual Studio 2022 is released, but it's not sure whether it is available full-fledged or not. We have to check it clearly. But previous version was Visual Studio 2019. So there is a Visual Studio 2019 also community is there, and what we can say, uh, community version, enterprise version, professional version is there. But which version is required? Community, I strongly required. I strongly recommend to download because it's completely full-featured individual developers. There is no trial version; it's full version. It is completely. And but these are all Express Edition, professional editor. These are all trial period only trial, not fully available. Trial versions are there. Hardly they are going to give mostly 90 days period. Okay, 3 months period trial version they are going to give. Visual Studio 20. But community is enough. So you can go through this community version and download it and install it here. Okay, if you don't know how to download it and install it, please contact after the few sessions. Then I'll assist you how to download. It's very simple to handle it, download and install. That is not a big deal. When we download and install Visual Studio 29, you will get a .NET Framework software along with the .NET Framework 4.7.2. But here it is recent release. This is I have to go through this one also. Here you can see Visual Studio 2022 release. We'll try with that in the middle of our sessions completely. Okay. But so far I discussed only Visual Studio 2019. That was the last version. And 2022 is available. I will go through this one. So whether full-fledged version is there or not, or blend version is there, we'll check it and we'll go through it this also. Okay. In the middle of the session, I'll try to figure out what things are there at 2022 and we'll discuss about this 2022 latest version also. Okay. Yes. Now this is the way to download and install. This is very simple. Visual Studio version. Visual Studio is a software or editor tool, we can say that. But what are the versions of .NET Framework as well as editor softwares? But up to Visual Studio 2019, I'm going to explain. 2022 not. 2022, which version is required? I have to check it once. Okay. Yes. So the versions of .NET Framework. Actually, I said that .NET is the product of Microsoft. Okay. The first version of .NET was released in the year of 2002. First framework. Now you can see .NET Framework version, Visual Studio versions. I have just given in my documentation. Later, I'll send this documentation to you people also. So 1.0 Visual Studio. VS is there, Visual Studio. 1.1 VS 2003. Because version to version, the editor also will be changed. So when they were released 1.1, Microsoft was recommend to use Visual Studio 2003 for this 1.1 .NET Framework version. 2.0 VS 2005, 3.0 not applicable. They were recommend to use Visual Studio 2005 software itself for 3.0 also. 3.5 VS 2008, 4.0 VS 2010, 4.5 VS 2012, 4.6 VS 2015, 4.7 VS 2017, 4.7.1 and 2 VS 2019. And just 2022 is there, VS 2022. Which version is there? I have to recheck once. I'll let you know that clearly here. Okay. But make sure that if you want to install this Visual Studio 2019 or 2022, whatever it is, okay, higher version. But I strongly recommend to maintain in your computer 64-bit Windows operating system and RAM should be minimum 2 GB and above is recommend. And your C drive space is 20 GB or more recommend because these are heavyweight software. And in our sessions, Visual Studio 2019 or 2022 is not only required because I strongly recommend to use SQL Server purpose because we are going to always deal with in ASP.NET database interaction with ADO.NET connectivity. Okay, all those things we will do, all operations with the database connectivity. So SQL Server also required. SQL Server 2019 software I strongly recommend. SQL Server 2019. This is the latest version which we discussed in previous session. But let me check whether this also released the new version. Let's go to Google and simply download SQL Server. Now you can see download SQL Server Management Studio. Now you can see SQL Server download it. Now observe here, this is also, here it is. SQL Server developer version, I strongly recommend to download here. Here you have to click on download and you will get it here. Two softwares are required to complete, to manage in our class, complete SQL Server sessions and C#.NET, and as well as completely ASP.NET things. Two softwares are required. What are the two softwares that are? So one is Visual Studio. Next one is SQL Server 2019. And .NET Framework, no need to install separately. As I said, once we download Visual Studio 2019, 4.7.2 .NET Framework will come with that, integrated with Visual Studio 2019. And SQL Server 2019 is enough. So these two softwares are heavyweight software. It will take minimum 6 to 7 GB each one. And installation time also, it will take initial stage like 30 to 40 minutes. It will take each one. Once you successfully download, install these two softwares, what are the Visual Studio 2019, SQL Server 2019. Two softwares are required to install in your computer. So that's fine. From there onwards, we can able to create your .NET applications and we can write some logic part of our applications. Easily possibilities there. Okay. So this is what actually .NET framework, .NET languages, and which things I'm going to cover in our session. And what kind of general applications we can develop using .NET. Yes, we can focus in our applications like console applications. This is a standalone application. Even Windows Forms applications. Yes, Windows Forms application. And mostly I'm going to focus completely in ASP.NET web applications. Yes, web applications, and also Windows services, Windows services, Windows services, Windows services, web services, web services. And next, WPF, Windows Presentation Foundation, WCF, Windows Communication Foundation, and MVC, Model View Controller, MVC. But in our ASP.NET, we'll cover three-tier architecture. Okay, then MVC is the advanced of three-tier architecture, Model View Controller, and network programming. Yes, using .NET, we can write network programming also, and gaming applications, gaming, especially C#.NET programming logic is used for gaming applications with the Unity. Okay, yes, gaming applications and some business application as per client requirement. We can develop business applications also. We can develop. This is application area where we can use .NET. Console means it's completely CUI, character user interface or command user interface. Windows means it's completely GUI. But web application is also completely GUI. We are going to deal with all website designing with graphical user interface only. Okay, images, buttons, labels, grid view controls, and some other controls we use in ASP.NET web application. And this is standalone application. First two are standalone or desktop application, we can say. Standalone or desktop application means the application where we can develop, where we install on that particular machine only, it will be work out. So it's not a distributed application. But when it comes to web application, it's completely distributed or online application. We can able to provide, we can able to transfer the data from one location to another location using web application, especially using ASP.NET. We will cover web applications completely in ASP.NET course. So Windows services, web services, WPF, Windows Presentation Foundation. This is advanced version of Windows Forms application. WCF is advanced version of web services. MVC, Model View Control, network programming, gaming application, business application. These are the applications we can develop using .NET framework as well as .NET Core. Okay, Core is the latest version. I will tell you while starting application creation time, I will tell you clearly what is the main difference between .NET Framework option and .NET Core option here. So these are the application area, and this is completely basic introduction of .NET Framework and .NET, and what subjects I'm going to cover in our session, and what software is required. All these things, just basic details I have provided in this session. So in tomorrow's session, we'll continue the session like what are the .NET components are there, and what is the execution process of .NET code, and how the execution is going to happen internally when we start writing C#.NET code, when we go for compile and run, what options are there, we'll discuss in detail. So that's all from my end today. This is just basic introduction. Once again, I'm telling you that this course duration is 2.5 months minimum. In this 2.5 months, first every week, first 4 days, Monday to Thursday, C#.NET sessions, and every Friday and Saturday weekend SQL Server sessions are going to be continued. And after completion of C# with ASP, sorry, with SQL, then we'll start with same time ASP.NET also. ASP.NET is separately, I will teach you. This is completely web development. And along with ADO.NET. ADO.NET is when we are trying to interact with SQL Server, then ADO.NET is required. ADO.NET libraries I'm going to use. All connection classes, command classes, adapter, dataset, grid view, so many things are there in ADO.NET context. We'll discuss in later. So if then that's all about from my side. What is I discussed just basics of .NET only. What things I'm going to cover in this session. Tomorrow we'll continue with the .NET more introduction part, and we will enter into programming part. And meanwhile, if you have any questions, then you can feel free to ask me, and or else you can type your question in chat box so that I'm ready to give answer. Yeah, Mr. Dinesh, I can't hear you. Can you please type in chat box? Hello.
Hello,
Mr. Prakash, tell me. Yeah, tell me.
sir. Is my voice audible?
Yeah, audible. You joined from the last few sessions also, no?
Yes, sir. In last session, in last Friday, I was joined.
That was last batch actually, no problem. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You said you will be teaching only C sharp in that batch.
Yeah, that was C# batch, but this is complete .NET batch I have announced like this. This is the first day.
Okay, this is the first day.
No, I will not start from tomorrow. Okay. Again, I will give just the basics of this, what I discuss today. Again, within 5 to 10 minutes, I'll discuss. Then after that, we'll continue.
No, sir. I am going to. I have doubt is you will be covering .NET Core or .NET Framework, sir.
Both. Most of the cases, .NET Core only I'll cover with C#.NET.
Okay, so we have different courses for .NET Core and .NET Framework, or
Same course as C#.NET, ASP.NET, all these things, but only the framework which will be different. .NET framework, if you go through that, that will make you platform dependent. Dependent means only you can run your applications on Windows platform, but when we go for .NET Core option, you can able to run on any platform. It will make you platform independent.
okay, if OS is not an issue, so
Go for
if
.NET framework only. But I will teach
okay,
you core also.
okay,
If we make a difference also, I will cover.
so development will be same, right, sir? Development process will be same, right?
Same, but
Okay,
slight differences are there. I will let you know the differences also.
okay, you will teach both the ways, right?
Yeah,
Hello, sir.
yeah, tell me.
I have one doubt, sir. Now I am continuing Oracle 19c. I want to also continue this .NET course. Is there any problem will be, or this course will be suitable for me or not? I want to know that.
Undoubtedly, it's not suitable to you. Don't waste your time.
Sir?
Undoubtedly,
Hello?
it's not suitable to you. Hello, I'm saying that why you are saying that something Oracle with the .NET combination. I don't know about that. Why you are taking like either you can go with Oracle completely, or you can come to with .NET only. Anyone you can choose. Don't go with both.
I have one doubt, sir. Or in your Linux course?
See why you are taking multiple courses like this, completely different. Learn one course properly and try to get job on that.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
is
the actual
my
thing,
opinion. My personal opinion. That is only. Okay,
yeah,
Oracle,
I
.NET, Linux. This is undoubtedly you will not. It will not work out.
I agree, sir, with you, sir. But you are a experienced person, so that's why I'm know your feedback.
That's
I
what.
want to.
In my
Mhm.
opinion, learn what you want. Exactly, focus on it. Don't deviate your things. Because you are saying Oracle.NET means I am wondering. That's what it's not work out. Don't go with that. Even if you go for Java with Oracle, fine. I'll recommend.
Actually, I am new in this sector. I have no idea about this. That's why I'm
That's what.
saying, sir.
That's what. Learning courses are very simple, but what courses are learning is different. Okay, so many will give so many suggestions, but which suggestion you need to follow, that you need to take care of. Where you want to settle, that you have to target it and choose right subject and right way to learn. That is important to get a job. But unnecessarily don't go with that course, this course. It's not. It will not work out in software industry. But after getting a job, that is different issue. You should play a multiple roles for gaining the knowledge with their training. So that is different issues. But for a first job purpose, we can focus on only one subject. Be sure that with that subject only, and go through that only perfectly. Don't learn multiple issues.
Actually, the thing is, I have already learned Oracle 19C. I have completed my course.
Yeah, multiple things are required. When it is required, that combination is important. Just as I said that you can use C Sharp.NET, ASP.NET, SQL Server is recommended. This is multiple courses with are all one combination it is. And core Java, advanced Java, Oracle, that is combination. Python, Django, REST API, MySQL, that is one combination. Combination you
Mhm.
have to learn. That will be good for your career. But you see, once if I'll say this combination, how it will be, tell me. I will learn Python, I will go for Oracle, I will go for good Java. Is there any combination? It's a deadly
No,
combination.
no, no. Yes, sir.
That's what. You have to aware of that combination.
Sir, please suggest me what to do. Actually, I'm completely focusing Oracle 19C. Then what
Oracle
course
19,
will be?
yeah, no course is required for you. Directly just apply job on Oracle, what you know. That's it. No matter it is. Seriously, I'm saying only
Yes, sir.
Oracle is enough to get a job. Plus, instead of taking other courses like this .NET and other things, one more time you can do practice on Oracle itself. You will get more knowledge that will be good enough to get a job. Don't waste your time and money, please.
Some seniors are also suggest you can do Linux self-scripting course for knowledge.
For knowledge, you can do 81. Seniors or well-wishers always will suggest you. They will keep on suggest you. Will you learn? Keep on. That's not right, no? They don't know what actually we are facing.
Thank you, sir.
I will suggest you right now .NET. Will you learn C Sharp, ASP.NET SQL, That's not correct, no? So direction should be correct path you have to go. You don't have enough time, man. It's not your college time or something yearly 2 years, 3 years course. It is not. You just go with correct path and crack the interview and get into inside of software industry. That's enough. After that, anyway, you should learn multiple things. That is different case. Any
Thank you,
questions?
sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
No questions.
Sir, we generally hear about MVC, like where it is exactly used, sir.
MVC. MVC,
Yeah.
after learning of ASP.NET, I strongly recommend to learn MVC. Without knowledge of ASP.NET, don't go for MVC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, this will be the timing for every day, right? It will be the regular one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So is this batch is the continuation of last batch, sir, which I have joined earlier?
No, that was completely rescheduled. This is a new batch, fresh batch.
Okay.
Any question, please go through it. I'll wait for yet 2 minutes more.
Sir, do we need to be good at mathematics in order in any software development? Like while coming
Yeah.
to writing logics, everything?
I agree with you. Compulsory. I strongly believe that those who are good at mathematics at school level or college level, then they will get a completely good advantage at software industry. I agree with that. But it's not
Okay.
mandatory completely, because those who don't know knowledge of mathematics also, they'll pick up in this case. So there is a
Okay.
both things are there. But it's
Okay.
good. Mathematics, those who have strong knowledge with logical sense, obviously they'll become good in position at software industry.
Okay. I
Notes
am
and
not that
everything
good
I'm
at mathematics. That's why I have.
no worries, no worries. Even I am not also good at mathematics.
Okay. Okay.
Hello, any question?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Oracle Server 19, Oracle no, PSQL or PLSQL is the same thing. Oracle SQL or SQL Server is same.
Not. Oracle SQL, that is PLSQL, Procedure Language Structure Query Language. But here in SQL, TSQL will teach. TSQL means Transaction SQL. That is different. This is different. But purpose is same, but queries set will be different. Queries will be different. PLSQL is related to Oracle. TSQL is related to SQL Server.
SQL Server is a Microsoft.
Microsoft product. Here, stored procedure, triggers, views, all those things under comes into TSQL, but there Oracle PLSQL it will come. Procedures and everything in PLSQL. The evening session is not available, Mr. Kishore.
But the function of this both are same.
Functionality same. Databases are same. Purpose is same, but platforms are different.
Sir, in any scenario, we don't use a database other than SQL Server, right? In .NET.
We can use Oracle also. You can use Oracle, you can use MySQL. .NET literally support with any database.
Okay. But in real time, coming to project, SQL Server will be the choice, right, sir, for .NET?
Mostly. .NET applications will recommend SQL Server database mostly. But until and unless if client wantedly he wants to be Oracle, then you should go with Oracle. No issues at all.
Okay.
That's all for today. So have a nice time. See you tomorrow on same link at same time.